Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Studios Lounge for the second episode of our talk show from Ferrara Film Festival. And today we have the honor to have with us Annabelle Belmondo, a model, an actress from American Night. And tonight you are presenting the world premiere of another film. Do you want to tell something about the film that we're going to be seeing tonight?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having me. So the film is called Dawn Chorus. It's a film that we did before COVID. So it's been a while in the making, and then after COVID, a long time to get, you know, everything in place. And so I'm actually really excited to see it in its entirety tonight, because I haven't actually really seen the full film yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So it's a really small cast. We're only 4 in the movie. And I play a girl named Françoise who's French, and but the whole movie's in English.
Okay.
All the other characters are British, or the actors are British, but they come from the US and in the film. And so we're all kind of backpackers that have been traveling around, and we end up all meeting up in Switzerland, and we don't know each other. And we all decide at a party that we're going to go on an island. And we don't know where we're going because it's who knows what time in the middle of the night, and we've all been drinking. And we take a little boat and we go to this island because one of the guys suggests it. And when we get there, we spend the evening partying. Everyone wakes up in the morning and doesn't remember what happened. We don't see any of this, but this is what you gather the following day. The boat's gone, and we're all 4 of us stuck on the island. Okay. So it sounds like a kind of weird horror film because we don't know where the guy that drove us on the boat went and how we're going to get off this island. But it doesn't end up playing out that way. It ends up being kind of like a self-discovery for each person because they're alone on the island, you know.
Don't tell us everything about the film because we want to see it tonight.
And we don't have phones, and so, you know, we end up just, I mean, you'll see in the movie, we end up figuring out a lot of things about one another. You know, the different cultures of everybody on the island together. So it's kind of a different... Yeah, it's different than what it seems.
Okay, I see. Yeah. But the direction of the film is by an Italian director, Alessio Pizzicanella.
Yes.
So is it the first time for you that you work with an Italian director?
No, American Night was also an Italian director, Alessio as well.
Okay.
So it's not the first time. And Alessio from Dawn Chorus is actually super bilingual in English.
Okay.
So it ended up being really simple to understand his direction and work with him, and also Alessio from American Night. So it was a simple thing for me because I don't speak Italian.
Of course.
So yeah, it was nice.
So it's not your first time here in Italy, actually?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here many
times. But it is your first time here in Ferrara.
Yeah.
So you just arrived yesterday for the first evening. So do you have a first impression from the festival, from the city that you want to share with us?
I had no idea. I didn't know anything about Ferrara before coming. And just walking in the streets last night after dinner, because I didn't have much time when I landed, so I didn't get to see it much during the day. But last night after dinner, walking around the city, it's so full of life and full of young people, everyone hanging out, having drinks. And I mean, for me, after COVID, it's such a nice thing to see everybody out enjoying themselves, because I feel like, you know, we've all taken a bit of time to get back to normal. And it's a nice vibe, and it's a very old city from what I see. I was told that one of the cathedrals here is one of the first cathedrals of Italy. I mean, that's what I was told. And I'm sleeping across from the castle, which is beautiful. So yeah, I mean,
I hope you're enjoying your time here in Ferrara.
I always have fun in Italy. Yeah.
And talking about you. Of course, you come from an important family, you have an important surname, but it's not obvious to choose the same path and the same career of your relatives. So when did you decide you wanted to become an actress?
I was hesitant actually for a long time because of that, because
Of
it's
course, I
yeah,
can
it's a
understand.
big, presence in your life. So, but I decided, because I modeled my whole life, and then at some point you either I think switch careers completely, or you decide to kind of take a step further. And I decided, okay, why not try it out? I want to see if I like it and if I enjoy it. Why not? And so when I started, I ended up realizing how much I actually really love it. And it's a new challenge, and it's a whole different way of showing my personality through other people's personalities that you're supposed to become. It's a whole process that's really interesting and a learning experience, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yesterday with Danny, actually, we talked a lot about being an actor,
Yeah.
and the passion for this work. So do you want to share something about your passion for this work?
Yeah. For me, the passion is because it's not an easy job. It's really, there's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of long hours, and so I think you really do have to have a passion within you to want to do it. And I discovered that because, I mean, obviously Danny's been doing this for many more years than me, and he can probably explain it better. But for me, you realize your passion from the hard work that you end up seeing on the screen, and you realize what a joy it is to put in all this hard work and develop yourself and develop your character, and to see it finally, see the result is something that is so gratifying and emotional, and I think it just keeps building from there.
Of course. Speaking of that, what was the most challenging experience for you till now?
For me, as far as acting?
Yeah, of course.
For me, it was, the first film I ever did was American Night, and I had quite a big role, and I had, as co-stars, very big actors, and I was really nervous because I felt kind of this imposter syndrome where I'm like, why am I here with these actors and what am I doing here? And for me, it was the challenge of overcoming that mindset. So even though I was prepared for the movie and I had prepared for the role, it was getting over this kind of insecurity of not having done as much as the others around me, and learning from them and asking questions and not being scared of being the newcomer in the game and in the movie. And so I ended up really learning a lot from that first experience.
I can understand. Very good,
Yeah.
very good feeling that you're telling me. Do you think it's something coming from being a woman?
The imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
I think it's human nature.
Okay.
I think most people have this.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a tinge of it, then I think there's something wrong with you too. I think there is this kind of, like, sometimes, no matter how high you get, there is an imposter syndrome, because it's a human emotion to always be a little nervous or not be perfectly sure of oneself, and then to get over that and push your fears is one of the best feelings in life. So if you don't get that sometimes, then you're not really getting the full experience of life, I think.
Thank you for sharing that. That's very important for everybody listening to us. What's your dream now? Is there any collaboration you're dreaming of? Any director you want to work with? Any colleague you want to meet?
I would love to work with, I love the Coen brothers. I love their style of movies. I would love to work with them. I love Woody Allen movies. I would love to work with Woody Allen. So many. The list goes on and on and on. But
some Italian director, maybe?
Well, obviously Sorrentino.
Obviously.
Yeah, I love Sorrentino movies. I love the style of movie too, because it's kind of like it's so different from, it's so different from an American style movie. I grew up in the US, so there's something so dreamlike in the Sorrentino movies that I find really like a breath of fresh air that is like it really gets you out of reality in a way.
Yeah, he has
So
a vision.
the colors, the everything, yeah. So I would love to work with Sorrentino, obviously.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Of course, of course. And just a final question. Do you have any suggestion for a young actress, young actor who starts this work and wanna have a career?
I would say probably first surround yourself with the right people that help you find the right path and help you discover yourself, because there's a lot of different people in this industry and a lot of people that are going to push you here and there, and it's a good thing to be surrounded by like a good positive group of people in the industry that help you really go the right direction. And I would say it doesn't matter what classes or schools or whatever you go to you know, get started, but just having a good solid base of people around you is the best.
Of course,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
you.
here and for all the things that you share with us. And we are looking forward for the world premiere tonight of your film. So
thank you. Thank you so much.
Then. Thank you.
Yeah, see you then. Thank you.
Grazie mille a tutti per aver seguito questo secondo episodio. Thank you so much. And ci vediamo questa sera alla premiere del film Don Chorus alle 21:30 al Cinema Apollo. Grazie.
Grazie.